How's it going, everyone? Today we have Kris Beech on with us as our guest. Kris, a current Delta Academy U15 head coach and U17 assistant coach. Kris also he played in the NHL, was a first round, seventh overall draft pick, the Washington Capitals, and also played overseas in many different countries like Sweden, Switzerland, Germany, Finland. And he also runs his own company, Aim Ability, which is to do with mental coaching, and also the SST hockey, which is hockey training equipment. Thank you very much for coming on with us. And if you want to share any more info and an intro to these viewers.
Yeah. So you got it. I played 15 years pro, so half my time was spent in North America, chasing the dream of being a regular in the NHL. And it roughly worked out to about half that time, half those 7 years I played in the NHL, and the other half spent in the minor leagues, with one lockout season in there, 04, 05, I believe it was. And then headed to Europe for 8 years, 3 years in Sweden, with the team right behind me there, HV71. And then from there on to Finland, Czech Republic, Austria, Germany, and then finished in Northern Ireland, in Belfast. So a long stint, and a lot of great experiences.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think about, now that looking back, about all that travel? Probably just learned a lot of different cultures and what, I guess, some history in those cities that you're in. What could you take away from all that, looking back?
Yeah, well, I think for me in North America, probably playing in Washington was a really cool city to live and be around. Always lots of things going on, and just to be around the hub of their activity politically, government wise. It was pretty interesting to see the convoys rolling through there sometimes. So, but it's a beautiful city. One of my favorites. Pittsburgh was great too. They were, it's a blue collar town, and you never heard a lot of great things about it, but it was a sneaky good place to play in a great area. And then northeastern Pennsylvania, Wilkes-Barre was a great spot in the minors there. And then Hershey was another good spot in Pennsylvania. And it made it better. We won a Calder Cup there, so that was a great experience. And then Europe. I met my wife in Sweden. Sweden is an amazing country, and the league's great, but the culture is phenomenal there, and I love the country. It's my second home. Was my first home for a while. So I spent a decade in Europe, and then learning the other cultures throughout Europe was a great experience. Not only playing wise, but just seeing how other people live and how they do things in society. Was really enlightening and eye-opening. So gained a lot of experience, and then finished off in Belfast, which was in the English League. So not what you would think as a hockey nation, but in fact the league is pretty good, and the top 4 teams for sure were very, very good teams. And I was fortunate enough there. They have a great relationship with a lot of the universities in the UK. So part of my contract was to study a master's in sports management, and which was one of my favorite hockey experiences. And studying and playing at the same time was incredible. So another neat part about Belfast was the team there. They had a pretty significant meaning for the community. It It was formed in 1999, just after the Easter Peace Agreement between the Protestants and the Irish Catholics. Um, so, you know, the history there, a lot of violence and essentially a war between those communities. And that team was formed. And it was the first public space that those two communities could actually go and be in the same area, and you know, without any issues. The arena made it mandatory that there was no community colors allowed. There's only the Belfast Giants colors. There was no national anthem played, so it was a neutral area for the community to be there and to be safe amongst each other. And talking to the fans there, you just really understand the power of sport beyond winning, and the power of sport to build community. And so that was, playing in Belfast was one of my favorite hockey experiences, and really taught me a lot about what sport's all about beyond winning.
Right. Wow. Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, definitely with you, obviously a ton of different, you know, you got the NHL experience, you got a great junior experience, but also the overseas, you got tons of years over there. And I'm sure you could share a lot of different stories.